You came in the living room after completing making dinner and plumped yourself on couch exhaustingly. Ryan, this housework and on top of this, that office work. I think Jimin was right. We should keep a maid. Suddenly, you heard the doorbell ring, and all of your tiredness flew away just by the thought of your cheering and cute husband coming home back. You opened the door and hugged him excitedly. Why, Jemina, you exclaimed with joy. He stumbled but balanced himself and hugged you too with a widest eye smile. Ryan, so how was your day?
Jimin, it was cool. What about you? I bet you're tired as hell, but what can I even do when you don't want to listen to me? I'm again telling you, you can't handle all this alone. We should keep a maid.
Ryan, well, I think you're right. I'll search for one.
Jimin, no need. I've already found one maid. Let me just inform her to come from tomorrow already.
Ryan, oh, that's so sweet of you. So let's have dinner and go to sleep.
Jimin, sure, he said with a smile.
You and Jimin were sitting in the living room watching movies on Netflix since it's Sunday. Suddenly you heard the doorbell ring. Wine, who's there to spoil my movie time? You whined, while Jimin chuckled at your behavior. You stood up and opened the door to find a pretty girl standing at the entrance. You frowned and asked, Wine, how may I help you, miss? She didn't say anything and just smiled to the person beside you, Jimin.
Oh, welcome, Mrs. Yuna, he said and handed her a slip. Jimin, everything is written in this about the works you will be doing, and your room is the second one in the first floor, he said and smiled.
She smiled at him and went into her room.
Ryan, don't you think she acts a bit weird, Jimin?
Huh? What weird in her?
Ryan, didn't you saw how she ignored me like I'm a ghost and on top of that her weird way of smiling at you?
Jimin, I think your sixth sense is working too much these days.
You made a poker face and went from there.
Ryan, I'm going to shopping with Lisa. I'll be back till 8, you shouted before going into your room. Ryan, bye, you said and hugged Lisa before going outside the mall.
You were done shopping early than you thought, and Lisa had her friend coming here at 8, but right now it was only 5 pm, so you thought to go home.
Ryan, baby, I'm home.
You said excitedly and expected to see Jimin in the living room, but it was empty.
Ryan, Pop, I saw that the living room was empty, so I thought to go to bedroom and surprise him with my Dracula mask that I bought. So I quickly unpacked my bags and put my Dracula mask on my face and slowly went towards bedroom. Boo! She said after kicking the door. Why, huh? Where did he bang? Should I ask Yuna? Maybe he told her before going.
She threw her mask on bed and went out of her room towards Yuna's room. She went towards her room and opened the door.
Ryan, Jimin?
She shuddered badly before taking her steps back slowly. She was totally taken aback by the scene in front of her. Jimin was on top of Yuna on the bed, and Yuna was all shocked to see Ryan.
Jimin, why and listen to me?
But before he could say anything, you closed the door and went. He pushed Yuna and ran behind. Yuna also stood up and went behind you worriedly. Yuna, I think she's way too hurt. Ryan straightly came to her room and took her wallet before hurriedly running outside the house. Her tears were continuously flowing, but she didn't care and just sat inside her car, drove away.
Ryan, Puff, I was driving my car but my vision was getting blurry again and again because of my tears. I was far from home. I just couldn't tolerate it and wanted to be away from all that, so I just came here. I can't believe my eyes. How can Jimin do this to me? I felt like I'm in another world where everyone's personality is just opposite of his real self. Because in real life, I can't even think of my Jimin doing this. I don't even know where I went wrong that he had to do all this. Maybe my love was blind that I trusted him this much. But why am running away from all this? I didn't did anything wrong. They both did wrong behind my back and I can't just cry here like this. I'll just go and tell him that I want divorce. Yeah, that would be right, Vayan. You don't have to be weak. That's not what your Yungi Opa taught you. Just go and show him that you are Min Vayan.
By thinking this, she turned her car and drove it back towards her house.
Vayan, I came in the living room to see Yuna was sitting on the couch and was talking to someone on her phone while laughing. So I thought to listen to her. I mean, how can she just chill here after doing all this? Yeah, everything's perfect now, Mom. I've got what I want. That Jimin made my boyfriend arrested, so I also separate him from his wife. Yeah, I'm also feeling bad about poor Wine. I didn't want it to hurt her, but that was the only way I had. Jimin has went to find her, but I don't think she will be convinced by his talks. After all, she has saw him on top of me with her own eyes. I had to pull him so that he could follow me. He wasn't cheating on her, but I'm satisfied. At least he'll also feel the same pain as me.
Now I'll come to US. Since my work is done, I have took revenge of Kai. She said with a sad smile. Wine gasped as soon as she heard all this. Wine puffed, oh, so she's Kai's girlfriend. Oh God, she has totally misunderstood everything. I have to tell her truth.
Wine, Wine, you hear? Wine, I've heard everything. Listen to me, you're totally misunderstanding the situation. Jimin made Kai arrested because he caught him red-handed planning to kill your dad. You know what? Just stop with this drama, Wine. I'm not lying, for God's sake, I even have that proof in my phone which Jimin found. Let me show it to you. You showed her the video and she gasped. That means, Wine, he paid with you, just for your father's company. I'm so sorry, Wine. I will never be able to forgive myself for my sins, she said with tears. Wine wiped her tears and hugged her. Wine, it's okay. I can understand your feelings. No need to be sorry. That.
Why now? They both looked back and saw Jimin.
He hurriedly hugged Wine so tight while crying.
Jimin, thank God you're fine. I was so scared, he said while crying.
Jimin broke the hug and hold your hands.
Jimin, please listen to me, Wine. It's not what you think. Let me explain, please.
Wine, calm down, Jimin. No need to explain. I'm sorry for my behavior. I just couldn't tolerate all that. But now I know everything. Yuna explained everything.
Jimin, this Yuna, I'll not leave her.
Wine, Jimin, it's not her fault. It was all due to misunderstanding. Let me explain.
Then you explained him everything calmly.
I'm really sorry, Jimin. It's all because of me.
Jimin, don't blame yourself, Blame Kai for this.
Now I should go to US. I hope we will be meeting often. Wine, don't worry. We will be surely coming there. After all, you're a friend now. And friends never let each other be in peace.
Hey guys, please like my video and subscribe to my channel.